Yeah. So as we talk about the why and the driver experience, right? Um, what's really the day in the life improvements when fleets use our combined solutions? We talked a little bit about that single pane of glass or driving towards a unified platform and not wanting people jumping around. But, what's the true customer benefit kind of as Fleetworthy views it?
Yeah, so today, one of the most integrated products that we have with Transflo is our DriveWise product line.
Hmm.
So that's directly in the Transflo mobile app. And what that offers is the way station bypass and in-cab proactive safety alerts. The drivers don't have to leave the mobile app to leverage that service. And
Right.
if they're using your hours of service, it actually automatically starts as soon as they log in at the start of the day. So the driver doesn't even have to do anything. They just get in, start their day, and when they're hitting, whether it's a way station or one of our geofences for the safety alerts, it just takes over the screen and then goes back in the background.
Yeah, and I think for us at Translo, one thing that, and we've talked about this for decades, right, as we've seen the digital transformation in this space, is about app fatigue for the
Mm,
driver, right? And being the in-cab and mobile solution at Translo, we want to make sure that those partners that are providing that outsized value to the driver base are being pulled in a meaningful way. So as we kind of expand and we unpack some of the other brands, we can talk to the industry a little bit more about how deeply we're going to integrate in some of the other work that we're doing. Because with that app fatigue, it really comes down to really one workflow, fewer logins. But the important part is that that safer, less distracted cab experience, right? Like that's one of the primary retention pieces, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on, is making things simple for the driver, but then also a ton safer. And a lot of people probably don't think in terms of like the safety of just an integration, for example. But it's one less thing that someone has to like reach over and hit a tablet for, and driving that decisioning right in front of them, right?
yeah.
Um, so
And even going back to like a higher level of why
Mhm.
Fleetworthy and Transflow too, not just specifically within the app, but what it's unifying is now your customers can take advantage of all of the services, and they can do that by having conversations with Transflow. They don't have to go out and talk to seven different companies to understand what the value is, understand what the pain points are that we're solving. They're just calling Transflow and they can find out about all of the solutions under the Fleetworthy brand.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, Alex, do you? And I didn't prep you for this one, so I'm going to hit you a little bit out of left field. But can you share a story where bypass or tolling kind of paired with the compliance tools and Transflow um, changed how a driver kind of saw their job or like the benefits that they do? You guys have any use cases where you've kind of heard that from them to say, hey, like, because of this, I've had this experience? I know I've heard some, right, where it's like, hey, you guys make it seamless. I don't have to worry about it. But do you have anything that you would share with the folks that are watching today?
Yeah, I would share both hall compliance and DriveWise bypass and safety alerts. They've become really important for drivers. Once drivers have the services, they can't really live without them. On the hall compliance side, it's tracking onboarding and improving driver onboarding and compliance. And then on the bypass side, we're helping keep them on the road so they can keep driving with the bypasses and in-cab safety alerts. We've actually done studies in the past where we've asked drivers to list like how important are certain tools or benefits at a company, and they listed the bypass service as like top five. That's how important it was, like right after pay and vacation time. So from a fleet admin perspective, driver retention can be increased by using these tools within your operations.